So today I'm going to tell you guys about my past experience about why I like chess. And the first time I ever played chess is when I'm 10 years old, and my grandfather taught me that, and we began to play a lot of games, and I tried to learn every move from pawns, bishops, knights, queens, and rooks, and even the king. So I learned a lot of things from my grandfather. And for starters, you move pawns only for 2 squares, and it's only straightforward. And when you move a knight, you have to make an L shape, so it's like 1 1 2. Also, when you move a bishop, it gets a lot of space. They can move diagonally all of the squares, and for the rooks, they can also change place in a lot of squares because they can only move one row and straightforward. And for the queen can do both of bishop and rook. It's like the combination of both rook and bishop's ability. So the queen can move diagonally and horizontally. And for the king itself, he can only move one square at a time, which can be straightforward or even going back. So the reason why I started to like chess is because I find it amusing. It's a typical game to develop your mindset, and not only just to observe and to learn theories, but it can also be self-development and try to have a high mindset or developing our brain to improve our state of mind. And for me, I think that chess is actually one of the most games that taught me a lot of things, and it is actually the first game I actually played besides any sports. And I think that chess is a brain sport that is really entertaining. It's not that difficult when you already know how to play chess, but it depends on your own opinion. And for myself, I like to solve things, and I like to try and do a lot of mind games so I can know how I can achieve those mindset, and I try to learn a lot of things from chess. And I guess there is more to chess than just a game, and it's quite amusing for me. And I think that a lot of people try to use chess as a, let's say, a vessel to how smart they are, because when I read articles about chess in the late 1980s or the 1960s, around those years, uh, those professional players like to play chess to beat other people from other countries, And from on there on, a lot of people try to learn chess and try to beat others by using their mind and their IQ at chess. They want to be known as a great player. For instance, there is a lot of chess players, professional chess players such as Bobby Fischer, Garry Kasparov, and Magnus Carlsen. Both, three of those professional players have a lot of different skills. For instance, Bobby Fischer is a transcendent talent. He played in the 1980s until the 1990s, and he beat a lot of people with chess, and basically he became the champion of chess in 1980, 1980, and he has been through a lot of chess games, and one of the most incredible record that he has ever made is when he played a tournament, he went on and against 20 players. So basically, when you are in a tournament, every time you win, you get a 1 point each, and if you offer a draw, it will have a half a point. So he basically get 19 and a half out of 20. So it is quite incredible that he didn't even lose once, but only just a draw, and the draw is only once. And for myself, I think I like Garry Kasparov more because he has been known for his tactical and try to produce a lot of brand new moves in the end game, in the mid game, and the openings. He has a lot of theories and try to adjust them as time goes on. And Garry Kasparov has been a champion for the most longest time in chess history, for 20 years. In 1985 until 2005. He has been a champion for decades, while Magnus Carlsen, who is currently the most popular and the most and some of and a lot of people claims that he is the best player of all time because he played in our generations, and in theory, in our generations, chess is becoming more harder, and Magnus Carlsen is trying his best to protect his title, and currently he is the most highest rating of all time, and Bobby Fischer only got 2700, where Garry Kasparov has 2851, and Magnus Carlsen with his ELO rating of 2881, which is the most highest rated ELO in chess history. And I think that Magnus Carlsen has more impact in today's chess, while Garry Kasparov and Bobby Fischer didn't really get that hype at that time. And I think that Magnus Carlsen has the privilege or the ability to become the best of all time. But in gameplays, I like to watch Garry Kasparov more because he is the most entertaining chess player of all time. While I don't think that he's going to beat Magnus in a 1v1 because Magnus in 2013, oh, 2007, he got a draw for challenging Garry Kasparov, and at that time he was only 13 years old, which he became the most youngest to ever reach a grandmaster. While in chess there is a lot of titles, and starting from the candidate master to fight master and national master to international master, and the most highest title you can get is actually grandmaster. If you are wondering how to achieve grandmaster title, is basically you need to have a lot of experience in chess and you need to evaluate more in chess theories and gameplays, and you also need to have a lot of tournament experience to have your elo rating get higher, because the minimum elo rating to become a grandmaster is actually 2500, which is a lot harder than we think. And for myself, I don't think that I'm going to be a professional player, even though I might try, and but I don't think the outcome will be good like others, because I think chess as only a game and as a hobby, while I don't think that here in Indonesia chess is also popular, so you need to travel a lot in other countries to have more higher and valuable tournaments, like a lot of professional players. And for myself, I think that chess is one of the most amazing games that have been created in the world. Basically, it depends on your own opinion, but for me, chess is the most commonly known or the most playable board games of all time. And to sum up, I want to just tell you all that while playing chess, try to enjoy yourself and don't try to think anything else, because when you are playing and if you don't get serious or try to concentrate more, you'll get a lot of stress and headache. So when you are trying to play chess, you should uh, try to evaluate the game and try to read the game and try to win it by yourself, and I think that's all for me and my story about my past experience, how I like chess, and my knowledge about chess. So, thank you.